Unpopular opinion, but birthdays suck. This day only makes me want to sleep in and then watch movies while cuddle up with my popcorn. My name is Leah, and today I'm going to tell you about a day that I want to erase from my memory. Have you ever been imprisoned, or have you ever disappeared into a dark forest and met a maniac on your birthday? Probably not, but I have. I'll tell you an unbelievable story. My birthday is in the beginning of summer on the 6th of June. Classes are over, exams are over, and summer days are ahead. I remember how, after school, the girls and I got together in the schoolyard and dreamt about how we were going to spend the summer. You probably do the same, don't you? Saying goodbye and hugging like you were going off to war. Amanda, Stella, and Alice are my closest friends. We've been together since first grade. As you can guess, we were all different. One of us was a nerd, a popular kid, and a tomboy. Well, the fourth one is me, the nervous wreck. I can tell you about myself in 3 words: afraid of everything. When it's dark out, my heart starts beating so fast. And when I'm somewhere tall and look down, I almost lose consciousness. My friends always made fun of me, but how can they? How can you laugh at a person when they're panicked about something? So it was the last day of school, and we were discussing the details of my upcoming birthday party. Don't throw anything big. Celebrations won't do it. It won't work, Amanda said. The girls had all sorts of suggestions, including a hike in the mountains, and a house party, and a trip to the waterfalls. I was a little disappointed at all the suggestions. I wanted just us gals, getting together and just dance and fool around. But without showing my frustration, I smiled and told the girls that I would agree to any celebration as long as they were there. We decided that we would check in a couple of days and make a final decision. A couple of days passed, but no one texted me. I didn't wait, so I just wrote in our group chat myself, "Hey guys, what about June 6th? Silence. The weird thing is, no one read my message. I didn't like it. Oh, come on. I have a birthday coming up, and my closest friends don't even respond? What would you do if you were me? Share your opinions in the comments. I started calling them one by one, and no one answered. I was angry. Every time someone had a celebration, I always organize everything: balloons, cake, and candles. And I'll take the video and edit the photos. And here it's not just lack of organization, it's total ignorance. All right, I'll celebrate my birthday without them. For the next few days, I wasn't myself. My parents saw that and didn't understand what was going on. My mother asked me what my plans were, and I ran away from answering. I didn't want to tell her that my best friends didn't want me. It was the evening of the 5th of June. I was watching Blackpink meme compilations, and suddenly the phone rang. Stella's name popped up on the screen. I looked at it and dropped the call. What the hell? They remembered me. I don't want to talk to them. But Stella wouldn't let up. She kept calling and calling, and I kept ignoring her. Then I got a text message that shocked me. It said that Alice was missing, that the girls couldn't find her and I had to come and help. All questions about why they hadn't called me in days just slipped my mind, and I immediately dialed Stella. "Are you serious?" I asked. On the other end, there were sobs and sobs from the girls. "Leah, we were going to surprise you, so we haven't called for days, and we made reservations at a cafe, and Alice was supposed to come with the cake, but now we're here and she's gone. The waiter said a man approached her and she left in tears." What did he say, and why did she leave, leaving both her bag and phone? The girl sent me the address of the cafe, and I ran out into the street and caught the first cab I could find. I have to say at once, I did not like this taxi driver. He looked suspicious and asked stupid questions. Couldn't he see that I didn't want to talk? We had gone a few blocks before a police car pulled up behind us. The taxi driver looked around in surprise and got out of the car after parking at the nearest curb. I don't know what they were talking about, but he was wasting precious time. When I got out of the taxi, I was about to leave, when the policeman just told me not to move. "What's the issue? I'm just a passenger who's late. You take care of his business, and I'll be on my way," he said in an ordinary tone. "Don't move and put your hands on the trunk of the car." What the hell is going on? The policeman was saying something about a stolen car, about some gang of thieves. I started screaming that I just caught a taxi. Look at the taxi cab label, damn! Where is it? God, I was in such a hurry. I got into the first car I saw without even checking first if it was a taxi. It was just like in the movies. They handcuffed us and took us to the station. I was put in a room with bars, as if I were some kind of criminal, and the taxi driver was taken away for interrogation. God, what a day! I couldn't call anyone as my phone was left in my bag, and the bag was taken away by the policeman. About an hour passed, and the policeman, in a half-whisper, asking for forgiveness, opened my cell. He said that they mixed up the cars and thought it looked like me and that driver were working together and breaking into other people's cars. I wanted to argue and write a complaint, but when I looked at my watch, I realized I'd wasted enough time and had to go see the girls immediately. I left the police station and ran to the cafe, which was not too far away. From afar, I saw the girls at the entrance. They rushed toward me and told me that Alice hadn't turned up. We need to search the neighborhood and then go to the police. It's past 3 o'clock, and she's still not here. Her mother has called several times, but we haven't told her the truth yet. By this time, our classmates who had also been invited, as a surprise, had arrived. Together, we divided into groups and went in different directions. My 2 classmates, Nick and Eddie, walked with me. It was dark, and the boys had torches on their phones to light the way. We walked through the old park, calling out for Alice. But there was only silence. I felt uneasy, with no one around. Suddenly, there was a crunching of branches behind us. We looked around and saw a man in black clothes staring angrily in our direction. Looking for your girlfriend? Come with me. Maybe you can keep her company. Ah ha 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 ha. And the man ran towards us. We were frightened and started running away from him. That man looked like a criminal. And how did he know about Alice? We were running for our lives when all of a sudden Nick fell. He started screaming in pain and holding onto his leg. I stopped to help, but Eddie grabbed me sharply and pulled me forward. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the man in black standing over Nick, something glittering in his hands. Oh no, was it a knife? I was so scared, tears welled up, and I couldn't see the road anymore. Eddie was running too, barely catching his breath. I stopped to catch my breath, wiped the sweat from my face, and stared into the darkness. No footsteps could be heard. Could that man have fallen behind? Eddie, call the police. Eddie? Eddie? I looked around and I didn't see my classmate. It was like he had fallen off the face of the earth. Fear enveloped me, and I realized I was in a dark park, alone, in a park with an armed criminal in it. Oh my God, oh my God. I hid quietly under a large tree, making sure I couldn't be seen. I'd rather wait here than run off into the middle of nowhere. I tried not to breathe, trying to hear any small sound. A few minutes passed, and then I heard the familiar cracking of the branches. The footsteps got closer and closer, and my heart was pounding harder and harder. The man started to speak in a loud voice. Girl, your friends are at my place. They need company, so I'm looking for you. Come out. I don't like hiding very much. I closed my eyes and prayed he would pass by the tree so he wouldn't see me. I prayed for the dawn to come, for the police to come, for my friends to be safe. Girl, what a bad girl you are. I'll find you. I was sitting quietly beneath the grass. There was a silence in the night. I could barely catch my breath. Suddenly, in the midst of the silence, my mobile phone rang. It was like a bolt of lightning piercing all around me. I tried to press the button to make the sound go away, but my fingers wouldn't listen. Then I felt someone put a hand on my shoulder and said loudly, Happy birthday! It was 12 o'clock at night, and it was June 6th. There were fireworks all around, and it was only now that I noticed the faces of my friends and classmates. Alice was holding a cake, Stella was holding balloons, and Amanda was holding a big box. I got up off the ground and cried. I was mentally saying goodbye to life a minute ago. How could you do this? I was so scared, I said through my tears. I was about to kill the girls. In turn, they apologized and said they wanted to make an unusual surprise. Tell me, how would you react with such a surprise? Would you have been frightened, or would you have been glad in such an unusual creative surprise? If you liked the video, leave a like and comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe.